You have been told the secret to longevity is just eating healthy foods and exercising. But what if I told you that the real secret lies in how you start your morning, with 7 rituals that Japanese elders follow daily, helping them live strong, sharp, and independent past 100? Because today, I still uncover 7 powerful morning rituals Japanese elders swear by to keep their brains sharp, their bodies strong, and their joints pain-free. Stay with me, because the last one could be the real game changer. 1. Warm barley tea instead of coffee. Let me start with something surprising. Most of us have been told that coffee is the ultimate way to kickstart the day, gives you energy, keeps you sharp, and even supports your metabolism. But here's the twist. In many long-lived Japanese communities, people over 60 don't begin their mornings with coffee at all. Instead, they drink something far gentler, and in many ways more powerful, called mugicha or roasted barley tea. Before we dive in, do me a small favor. Tap subscribe so YouTube reminds you of the next health breakthrough, and hit like so more seniors who need this information can find it. And please share your experience in the comments. Your story could be the one that gives someone else hope. Now, why is this important for seniors? Let's think about it. Coffee is stimulating, yes, but it also spikes cortisol, the stress hormone. That's why so many people feel jittery, experience an afternoon crash, or notice more frequent bathroom trips after their morning cup. And if you already struggle with high blood pressure, restless sleep, or sensitive digestion, coffee can sometimes do more harm than good. Here's where barley tea flips the script. Unlike coffee, it's naturally caffeine-free, so it won't interfere with your sleep rhythm or stress levels. But don't mistake its gentleness for weakness. Barley tea is packed with antioxidants, compounds that fight oxidative stress, one of the key drivers of aging. Some Japanese studies show that mugic even improves blood flow by relaxing the inner lining of blood vessels. Think of it like oiling rusty hinges on a door. When the hinges glide smoothly, the whole door works better. When your arteries are relaxed, your heart works less hard, your brain gets more oxygen, and your muscles stay nourished. Another hidden benefit, barley tea supports digestion. Seniors often deal with slower metabolism or uncomfortable bloating. The roasted grains in muge have a soothing, almost prebiotic effect, helping beneficial gut bacteria flourish. And as you may know, a healthy gut means better immunity, clearer thinking, and even more stable mood. The Japanese morning ritual that comes next doesn't involve food at all. It's one of the strongest predictors of balance, flexibility, and fall prevention well into the 90s. 2. Gentle morning stretching. Radio Taiso ritual. Now, if you were to walk through a park in Japan early in the morning, you might see something fascinating. Groups of elders moving in sync to soft music or a radio broadcast. This is called radio taizo or radio calisthenics, and it's a ritual that has kept generations flexible, balanced, and active well into their 80s, 90s, and beyond. Many of us were taught that serious exercise has to mean sweat, heavy weights, or long workouts. Caution, but the Japanese approach shows the opposite. Just 10 minutes of light, full-body movements every morning may be more powerful for seniors than an intense gym routine once or twice a week. So why does this matter after 60? As we age, muscles naturally shrink, and joints stiffen. That stiffness can quietly steal independence. One day you notice it's harder to bend down. The next, it's harder to get out of a chair. And before long, simple movements feel risky. The beauty of Radio Taiso is that it addresses this in a preventive, daily way. Science confirms it. Studies in Japanese senior populations show that these gentle routines improve blood circulation, joint lubrication, balance, and even memory recall. Think of your body like an old garden hose. If you leave it coiled and unused, it stiffens and cracks. But if water runs through it daily, it stays flexible. Light daily stretching is that daily flow for your joints and muscles. And here's the psychological piece. Doing Radio Taiso, or even just 5-10 minutes of gentle stretching in your living room, signals to your brain, The day has begun, I am awake, and I am moving forward. It sets the tone for alertness and calm focus, much like flipping a light switch in a dark room. Now let's tie this to independence. Seniors who do simple stretches every morning report fewer falls, less stiffness, and greater confidence when climbing stairs or walking outdoors. That confidence means you don't avoid outings, you stay social, and you maintain the activities that keep your brain young too. While stretching wakes up the body, the next ritual wakes up your gut and immune system, and it's one food most Western seniors have barely heard of: fermented soy foods, natto or miso soup for breakfast. If you peeked into the breakfast bowls of Japanese elders, you'd likely find something that surprises most Western seniors: not bacon and eggs, not toast and jam, but a small serving of fermented soy, often in the form of natto or miso soup. Now here's the myth-busting twist. Many of us were told soy is bad for you, that it disrupts hormones or weakens the thyroid. But what most people don't realize is that there's a world of difference between processed soy products, like soy protein powders, fake meats, or soybean oil, and traditional fermented soy foods. The Japanese elders eat the latter, and it makes a remarkable difference. Take natto, for example. It's sticky, stringy, and admittedly an acquired taste, but it's loaded with vitamin K2, one of the most overlooked nutrients for seniors. K2's superpower: it tells calcium where to go. Instead of lodging in your arteries, hardening them, and raising heart risk, K2 helps calcium settle into your bones, keeping them strong. This is why osteoporosis rates are dramatically lower in older Japanese women compared to their Western counterparts. Miso, on the other hand, is rich in probiotics. These beneficial bacteria don't just support digestion, they influence immunity, mood, and even brain clarity. Studies have shown that seniors who regularly eat miso soup have better gut diversity and lower rates of cognitive decline. Think of your gut bacteria like a thriving garden. Feed them fermented foods, and the garden blossoms; neglect them, and weeds take over, leading to inflammation, poor immunity, and sluggish energy. The independence link is huge here. Strong bones mean fewer fractures from falls, a healthier gut means better nutrient absorption, more steady energy, and fewer days lost to infections. And better brain clarity means you stay sharp and engaged with the people and activities you love. Now you don't have to dive headfirst into a bowl of sticky natto tomorrow morning. Even something as simple as a warm cup of miso soup, or adding a small serving of fermented foods like sauerkraut or kimchi, if natto isn't available, can move the needle. Would you be brave enough to try natto? Yes or no? Type it in the comments. And if you already eat miso soup, share your recipe. It could give someone a fresh idea. While fermented soy strengthens bones and guts, the next ritual strengthens your internal clock and could be the reason Japanese elders rarely complain about fatigue. 4. Walking in morning sunlight. Circadian reset. If there's one ritual Japanese elders almost universally share, it's this. They step outside in the morning sun, not for tanning, not for exercise alone, but to sync their bodies with the natural rhythm of the day. Many seniors believe fatigue, poor sleep, or brain fog are just part of aging, but often the root problem isn't old age at all. It's a disrupted circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm is like an internal clock that tells your body when to wake, when to release energy, and when to rest. And morning sunlight is the single strongest reset button for this clock. Why does this matter so much after 60? Because as we age, our body's production of melatonin, the hormone that helps us sleep, naturally declines. Without a strong morning signal from sunlight, melatonin release gets out of sync. The result? You feel tired during the day, yet restless at night. Over time, this mismatch can raise blood pressure, weaken immunity, and even impair memory. Morning sunlight fixes this in two powerful ways. First, it suppresses leftover melatonin, so you feel alert in the morning. Second, it triggers your body to start producing serotonin, the feel-good chemical, which later converts into melatonin at night. It's like setting up dominoes. The first one, sunlight, sets off the whole chain that ends in deep, restorative sleep. But there's more. Light hitting the skin also helps the body make vitamin D, which supports bone strength, muscle power, and immunity. And Japanese elders often combine this ritual with a gentle morning walk, giving them not just light, but also movement and fresh air. Imagine charging a battery. Just 15 minutes of sunlight and walking can charge your energy stores for the entire day. Now let's connect this to independence. Seniors who walk in morning light report steadier mood, sharper memory, and better balance. They also sleep more soundly, which means fewer late-night bathroom trips and more energy for social activities. In other words, this ritual preserves both physical stability and emotional resilience, the twin pillars of independence. Do you step outside in the morning? Yes or no? And if yes, how long do you usually spend in the sun? Share below. It might motivate someone else. Sunlight resets your inner clock, but the next ritual resets your blood vessels and circulation, and it comes from a food found in nearly every Japanese kitchen. 5. Seaweed and omega-3 boost. If you've ever wondered why Japan has some of the lowest rates of heart disease and some of the longest living seniors in the world, the answer often points back to the sea. One of their most consistent morning rituals includes seaweed in soups, side dishes, or even sprinkled over rice, and paired with the fish they eat regularly. This creates a powerful omega-3 boost. Now here's the myth-busting twist. Many seniors in the West were told that a little fish once in a while is enough, or that seaweed is just an exotic garnish with no real benefits. But in truth, these ocean foods are daily staples in Japan, and the science behind them is remarkable. Seaweed is a nutritional powerhouse. It contains iodine, critical for healthy thyroid function, which regulates energy and metabolism. It's also rich in minerals like magnesium and potassium, which help relax blood vessels and support healthy blood pressure. Some studies even show certain compounds in seaweed may reduce inflammation and improve circulation, lowering the risk of clot formation. Now add omega-3s from fish like salmon, mackerel, or sardines, foods Japanese elders eat several times a week, often at breakfast. Omega-3 fatty acids are like lubrication for your arteries in their reduced stiffness, calm inflammation, and improve blood flow to the brain. Imagine oiling a squeaky hinge so it swings open smoothly. That's what omega-3s do for your blood vessels. Why is this so critical? After 60, because aging blood vessels tend to harden, raising the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even dementia. Seniors who get steady doses of seaweed and omega-3s often have healthier arteries, sharper cognition, and less joint pain. It's no coincidence that dementia rates in Japan are significantly lower than in countries where omega-3 intake is minimal. Here's the independence link. Healthy circulation means more oxygen to your brain and muscles, which translates to better balance, memory, and mobility. It's the difference between feeling foggy and sluggish, or sharp and steady enough to enjoy your morning walk, your hobbies, and your conversations. Do you eat fish regularly? Yes or no? And if you ever tried seaweed, what sip's your favorite way to enjoy it? Share below, you might give someone else a new recipe to try. Seaweed and fish feed your body, but the next ritual feeds your mind with calmness, and it comes from a simple daily practice you can start tomorrow without spending a dime. 6. Mindful breathing. Tea ceremony calmness. If you've ever watched a Japanese tea ceremony, you'll notice it's not just about drinking tea. It's about slowing down, breathing deeply, and entering the day with calm intention. For Japanese elders, this kind of ritualized mindfulness is just as important as food or exercise for longevity. Many seniors in the West think mental calmness comes only from avoiding stress altogether, or worse, from medication. But the Japanese approach shows you don't need a stress-free life to feel calm. You need practices that teach your body how to shift out of stress and into balance. This is where mindful breathing and quiet morning rituals come in. Something as simple as sitting with a warm cup of tea, breathing slowly, and focusing on the present moment can switch your nervous system from fight or flight mode, stress, tension, racing thoughts, to rest and digest mode. Calm, healing, clarity. Why does this matter so much after 60? And chronic stress is like rust on your body. It corrodes blood vessels, raises blood pressure, weakens the immune system, and accelerates memory decline. But when you build in a small daily ritual of calmness, whether it's mindful breathing, prayer, meditation, or simply drinking tea without distractions, you lower cortisol levels and allow the body to repair. Science backs this up. Studies show that seniors who practice mindful breathing for just 10 minutes a day experience improved heart rate variability, a measure of stress resilience, sharper focus, and even lower markers of inflammation. Think of it like tuning an instrument before playing. You align your body and mind so the rest of your day flows more smoothly. The independence connection is huge. In seniors who start the day with calm focus, often feel more confident, make clearer decisions, and have steadier balance. This isn't just about feeling zen. It's about reducing the stress-driven mistakes and stumbles that can lead to accidents or health setbacks. Calming the mind sets the stage, but the final Japanese ritual balances the body's fuel supply, ensuring steady energy all day without the crashes most Western seniors struggle with. 7. Light but nourishing breakfast. Never heavy, never skipped. Here's something fascinating. While many in the West either skip breakfast entirely or load up on heavy, sugary options, Japanese elders follow a very different rule. Their morning meal is almost always light, balanced, and nourishing, never skipped, never heavy. We've been told that skipping breakfast is harmless, or that a bowl of cereal and orange juice is a healthy start. But for seniors, both extremes can backfire. Skipping breakfast leaves you low on energy, risking dizziness or falls. A heavy, carb-loaded breakfast spikes blood sugar, leading to mid-morning crashes, brain fog, and cravings. Japanese elders strike the perfect middle ground. A typical breakfast might include miso soup, a small portion of rice, some grilled fish, seaweed, and pickled vegetables. Notice what's missing. No sugary pastries, no giant stacks of pancakes, and no heavy fried foods. Instead, their meal is designed to stabilize energy, protect digestion, and fuel movement. Science explains why this works so well. Light protein and fermented foods keep blood sugar steady, preventing energy crashes. Seaweed and vegetables provide fiber and minerals that support gut health, and a smaller portion overall keeps the digestive system light, so the body doesn't waste precious energy on breaking down a heavy load of food. Think of your body like an engine. If you flood it with too much fuel at once, it sputters and burns inefficiently. But give it just enough, at the right quality, and it runs smoothly all day. That's exactly what this style of breakfast does for Japanese elders. And here's the empowering truth. You don't have to copy a Japanese breakfast exactly. Even a light plate of eggs with vegetables, or a small bowl of oats with nuts and seeds can give you the same steady, gentle start. The key is avoiding the extremes of nothing at all or too much, too heavy. We've uncovered 7 Japanese morning rituals for longevity, but the conclusion will tie them together into a simple daily blueprint. You can start tomorrow with one bonus combo tip that may multiply their effects. Let's quickly recap. Warm barley tea instead of coffee, hydration without overstimulation. Gentle stretching, radio taizo, keeping joints, muscles, and balance in daily motion. Fermented soy foods, feeding your gut, protecting your bones, and sharpening your immunity. Morning sunlight walks, resetting your circadian clock for energy and sleep. Seaweed and omega-3 sepper, nourishing the heart, brain, and circulation. Mindful breathing or tea ceremony calmness, lowering stress and tuning body and mind. Light but nourishing breakfast, steady fuel without the crashes. Individually, each ritual is powerful, but together they create something greater. A morning foundation that preserves independence. Because independence isn't just about avoiding illness. It's about waking with energy, moving with confidence, thinking with clarity, and engaging with joy. Here's the best part. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start with just one ritual tomorrow morning. Swap coffee for barley tea. Step outside for 10 minutes of sunlight. Stretch gently before breakfast. Small steps compound, and over weeks they become the habits that anchor a longer, stronger life. Now, here's the bonus combo tip. When you pair movement with sunlight, like a gentle morning walk, you multiply the benefits. You're improving circulation, syncing your circadian clock, and absorbing vitamin D all at once. This stacking effect is one reason Japanese elders age with such resilience. So my message to you is this: it's never too late. No matter your age or health history, adding even one of these rituals is a gift to your future self. Think of it not as a restriction, but as an investment, one that pays you back in energy, clarity, and freedom. Which of these rituals will you try first tomorrow morning? Do you already practice any of them? Yes or no? And what's one senior health topic you'd love me to cover next? Subscribe. Without it, you still miss the next breakthrough. YouTube one to remind you. Like when you like, this spreads to more seniors who need it. Comment. Your answer might help someone else watching. Remember, the way you start your morning shapes the way you live your life. And, as the Japanese elders show us, it's the small daily choices that can carry you gracefully past 100.